Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome back to my all-time favorite map, dun dun dun, Riverview Farms, formerly known as Newbie Farms. And I bought a new piece of equipment, shall we say, downloaded it, the new Holland H8060. It's a mower and a swather at the same time, because I started wanting to play a little bit more in cab. So let's go. How's everybody doing today as I scoot up so I can drive? I hope you all are doing well. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. Sorry, I just scoot up here. I'm doing fantastic as usual. Let me clear my throat so I can get set up and set my cruise. This thing is super nice. Let me go out cab so you guys can see what is going on here. This thing is like a zero turn mower. It's actually really good. And so now we can play in cab if we want for this and actually mow. I'm going to try to finish mowing today, and then I'm going to get it tedded, and we're going to start baling, and then we're going to move on. Absolutely ecstatic with this map. Love it. Come out here for a while. Zoom out a little bit. Now I'll show you. I can also, I'm ready to go. See? Automatic. Like, it's great. This mod works great. I will put a link in the description. We are back here, episode 2 already. Did you guys enjoy my reaction? See? And then we just turn, and we are going to be ready to go right on to the next one. Whoops. That is... Oh, I hope if I didn't push the clutch in. I was reaching underneath me, and I pushed the clutch in. There we go. Now, but I don't really need that on. I'm gonna, after this pass, I can just drive with this thing, because that's the nice thing about being in here is you can actually see. This mod is so fantastic. You can actually mow in cab and you can see. But the disadvantage is it leaves swaths. So it's pretty cool and it's awesome and it's great. Sorry everybody about my excitement. This map got me hooked last night. Thank you, Reefy1952 for a shout out. He left me a message today, well, a comment that says he went back onto Fs17 and he's playing his favorite maps. And he went back to 19. He's got his maps all lined up and he's been playing them. He doesn't delete any save games, which is cool. Usually neither do I unless I'm absolutely starting over. So this thing is, let me show you in the shop. It's a little expensive. It is under mowers, under the main part here. And it is $69,000. So what it looks like, you can put agricultural tread on it, or you can put the diamond tread on it. And then your mower part of it is found under mowers. And it is the Durabine 416 header. And I don't know, it doesn't tell me the width, does it? Does it tell me the width? No. 6.2. That's also a great looking mod too. But I figured, you know, this will help us with a little bit of smaller fields. We can actually go right around and do what we need to do as far as fields go. See, it's like a it's like a zero turn mower. It's great. This is nice. It's just nice, relaxing way to mow. So what I did do, in real life, these mowers will mow probably about 15 to 18 miles an hour. Because we have such small fields and I'm using an actual machine to mow, I went only like 5 or 6 miles an hour, just so it was a little bit more realistic, because I want to kind of stay a little older farm. But I saw this, a fellow YouTuber using this, and I thought, I want to check it out. It's kind of nice, actually. For just mowing, I mean, it's just all we got to do with it. It's basically a glorified mower. But I got thinking about it, and if we were to purchase our butterfly mower, it would have cost us almost the exact same price for pretty close to the same width. But I also like the John Deere. But this is the nice thing about a map that you fall in love with, is that you can experiment. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to hope to get this. I'm going to turn this off here, and we're going to start mowing. I'm going to do a pass that's in cab now, so you guys can see that. There. Then you just pull this up like this a little bit. This is all mowing without the GPS on. And it's really nice. It's set up so that you can really mow, and it's good for a small farm or a big farm. It's really cool, because if you kept this at like 15 to 18 miles an hour realistic speeds, you could mow a lot of grass with this quick. But I want to make sure we're staying, like, to be honest, we used to mow at like literally 5 or 6 miles an hour. It wasn't very fast. I think like 6.2 was the fastest that we ever went mowing. Just because you never want to mow fast anyways. I mean, think about when you're mowing your lawn. You're not, well, I guess you could. Some people do. But that's why we did the headlands with the John Deere. And then we'll come through and we'll use the tedder. Now watch this. Whip this around, and you're literally right back into it. That's with my steering wheel. If I did it with my joystick or my controller, I'd be able to whip this thing right around like nothing. And then I can just hit this, and it'll mow it. I can keep my GPS going with it, and literally just set it up. It's pretty cool. I like it. Lock it. Oh. So yeah, I came on for about a half an hour, got this set up. That's all I played off camera today. Just got this set up. I put the tractor back over into the shed. And that was it. And then we're right back here again. And we'll do what we can in our 30 minutes, and we'll be done. I just feel like I really meant what I said last night when I said that this map feels and warrants shorter videos. I don't think you need to be on. I don't think you need to be on it very much longer than that, because you get so much done. There, see, shebang. And technically, if we were just doing sheep, I wouldn't need to do hay. I could come right through and pick this up with a forage wagon, or I could bale it. I could do multiple things with this, and it's already swathed. They're close together, but truth be known is, like I said, for realism purposes, because we're going to need the hay anyways eventually for our cows, for at least the total mixed rations of hay and silage. So we are going to need some hay, but that doesn't mean we have to do hay. We can do grass. We can do these grass bales, because I don't think that they rot in this seasons, which is kind of bad. I liked it the other way, where it was you had to put them under cover, you had to take care of all that stuff. That was the way it was in 19. But remember, seasons was an external mod. So okay, now we can do this because we're all set. Here we can watch Fury just stand there with his hand, with his black gloves, and how am I holding the steering wheel with broken hand? That's crazy. You guys are awesome. But yep, I found my map, and this is my favorite map. And you know what? For this to get for this to be as good as Jones Dairy Farm, or vice versa, I mean, there's a lot of maps. Oh, even over Nathan's, what do you call it there? Meadow Grove Farm. So watch this. You can actually just come right down here like this now. And bada bing, and Bob's your uncle. yeah, we'll get this little bit mowed up, and then we'll go down and we'll grab a tedder with our tractor. We'll come up and we'll ted it, and we'll get as far as we can, and that's it. See? So technically, I started going straight rows, but you didn't have to. I knew that I wasn't too worried about lines and rows because you got to ted it anyways. It's going to destroy all of the rows, so we're going to have to windrow it anyways. And we also don't have to use this. This is something that I just downloaded, and I thought, well, what the heck, you know? We'll try it, and we'll see it, and if we like it, we'll keep it. If we don't, we'll go back to the old-fashioned John Deere mower. See, what I like is this. I can whip this right around here, and boom, boom, boom. And just keep her going. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Somebody just told me that. It was Russell, I think, told me it. He was using, he was telling me that he was using like 180 horsepower tractors on Greenlands, and I was like, I laughed to myself because I thought, wow, I could barely get up. I had a 185 horsepower case, remember, with the wagon, and I could barely get up the hill with it. Absolutely crazy. But the fields aren't that big on this map, and they're nice because they're not. That's one of the things I like about it, because now I like this. Take my steering wheel, and it kind of stops and pivots, and then you're right back. You can go. You don't have to go crazy. It's nice, and it's actually more efficient because with a mower, there's so many headlands that you have to do. With this, we could have literally kept going around in a circle, and it would have just picked it all up. It would have been great. And I know these are realistic because my neighbor has one. Well, my neighbor that's 3 miles away from me, but when you live in the country, everybody's a neighbor. But man, what a blast we had on multiplayer, didn't we? Oh, I tell you, Ranger and I are getting quite close, and I really hope that some of you guys else join us. It was brought to my attention by Triple D Honey that Hobo Farms is not on console, so unfortunately, it'll be PC only, and that's unfortunate, but we'll eventually pick a map where everybody can come on it. I think I'm going to get to eventually start live streaming that map, that multiplayer. You know, once we start getting into like major harvests and stuff. This is what I like. Is I can literally come right around this corner. Watch. This is great. And this just stays right on the line because it steers so steep. I actually really like this mower. And then what I'm going to do is cut this off here, spin around, and get this last little bit here. Now, if you're using a steering wheel, it does steer a lot slower. Let me show you. Let me pick up my joystick here. Now watch this. See if I can get my... Ready? See what I mean? That's with my joystick. But I prefer the steering wheel with it because it's more realistic and more like unresponsive. Like I can whip that thing around with my joystick or my controller really, really, really fast. And then you just kind of pick a side, any side. Right, ready? We'll just go this way. It makes mowing really relaxing. See? And then just go here. I'll try to stay up here so you guys can see me mowing. I absolutely love the mowing texture on this map. There's a lot of maps out there that you can't see. Like, for example, you mow and it looks like you're mowing hay. This one, the lighting is actually really good on it, so you can see it. My favorite map for mowing was in 19. Remember, what was that map? It'll come to me in a second. It was like towards the end, but I think it starts with a B. Bessie Beneath. I think that was the name of it. And that thing had some awesome, like, different colored textured grass. It was great. I don't know where they found it, but it's fantastic. But see, we'll be done mowing here in a few minutes. And then we can go down and get our tedder and come up and start tedding. So what you guys going on? What you guys got going on your farms? You guys rocking and rolling, and it seems that Reefy's got 2 or 3 Let's Plays going, and he just finished up his harvest, he said. Do you guys... the questions I have for, like, how you play the game don't affect me at all, but it's interesting to see how people attack it. Do you guys like mowing? What's your favorite job when you're playing Farm Sim? What's your favorite job? Like, I really, really like harvesting. I don't know why. I think it's the farmer in me where it's money. It means money. Harvests mean money. And my second favorite is mowing. I don't know why, but even when I mow my front yard, I find myself being, like, super relaxed. I don't know why. My wife's like, you enjoy mowing the lawn. Well, I'm sitting on a ride lawnmower, so how hard is it to not enjoy it? And I get my little iced tea, and I get my little hat. I look like one of those old dudes that you see on a movie. See that? Look at that. You can't do that, even with a tractor. You can't do that with a pull-behind mower. Even if you had butterflies on, the turning radius isn't the same. So then watch this little move. Ready? I'm going to go here, and then right across here. All right, so that's it. So we're going to raise that. We're going to shut that off. Now we're going to go down, and we're going to park it in the shed. Let's get in here and we can drive a little bit. I love it. You see that field's mowed in, like, we only had a couple of headlands done. Less than 17 minutes, and we mowed that whole field. Then we'll take our tractor, and we'll head down, and we'll buy a tedder. We'll come up, we'll start tedding. Whatever we can get done, we can get done. And that'll be it. And like I said, I'm having more fun. I decided I think I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to back her in because we have, oops, there we go. These are bigger sheds over here. See? It just fits really nicely in here. Then we're going to lower this down. Let's double check where we are here. Come out a little bit more. There we go. Awesome. Pick up my joystick and run like a banshee because we've got about 10 minutes to go. So what do you guys think? You guys like that mower? I like it a lot. A lot. It's New Holland H8060. It's called the, I don't know. In 19, it was called the Swather. And then our tractor is, I almost ran right by it. Okay, that was weird. That was me because I wasn't a lag on the game. That was me. My controller froze for a second there. See, that was the original name of the map way back. It was called Newbie Farm. Let's get in a little bit here. There we go. All right, let's head down to the shop. Grab us a tedder. See, I just like it. And the other thing, I want to show you guys. Look at this. When other farmers are working now, look, on this map especially, it shows that they've done lime. Like, it shows the different stages. How cool is that? Like, that the map author actually thought of that. Like, it looks like the farmer is actually working his fields. There's rocks here. There's lime here. You don't see that on other maps. Usually you just see the field like this, and then all of a sudden you'll drive by and you'll see it harvest. That is, to me, the little details that make the difference between this map and other maps. There's other maps out that are versatile as well. Greenlands is very versatile, or versatile, whichever one you want to say it. No Man's Land. Those maps are absolutely, you can do whatever you want with them. Look what we're doing on Hobo Farms. Every map that's coming out is versatile, but that's the little stuff that you don't see on other maps. And me twitching this controller that's me driving. I should have once I'm in the thing, I should use my steering wheel. All right, so let's get us a tedder. Power Heralds. Tedders. And let's go. We don't want to go this is the one I downloaded. Yeah, wait, 8.6. 8.7 for the Coon. I downloaded the fella. And we're going to go a little bit faster with this one. What's this standard equipment thing here? Oh, no, we're just going to go standard wheels. Oh, yeah. I think the steering wheel you want one. I think it helps in turning. Yeah, I downloaded this because I was like, well, if we decide to use the fella equipment. But it's just the little things. Like, I think for me that someone who does his own maps and works on his own maps. Now, I want to put this down and steer this way. That twitching when I'm driving is driving me nuts. But, yeah, for someone like myself who does maps and edits the XMLs of things, I think for me to see the different layers of like farming work going on on maps, on fields and stuff, that's just the extra mile. The map author did not have to do that. And there's really not a lot going on this map, for real. We got to go up over the fields, up over the hills. Newbie Farm, welcome to it, welcome to it. Or Riverview, as they so-called said. Yeah, I went back and I started watching some of Farmer Klein's. I know why my steering wheel is delayed. I've got the steering turned down on the steering sensitivity turned all the way down because I use my controller so much. All right, so we are going to unfold this. I forgot how to. Oh, X is to unfold. I forgot which one to unfold. I'm so used to using my sim dashboard, which, by the way, I still don't have fixed. All right, we making some hay. Making some hay. Making some hay, everyone. I just love the animations. Let's get out a little farther so we get away from that. And then we can zip around this and hopefully get this tedded. And then we'll come through and we got to windrow it next episode. And then we'll bale it up and we'll fill our 10 little baby sheep up. All the way. We'll fill them up, whatever bales we get off this. And then we got to go harvest. So we got to try to buy a cheap harvester. Because I'm going to try like heck to not do alone. But if we have to, we have to. It's not the end of the world. Okay. I got to change. Awesome. I got to change and get this right and go back here. There we go. That was crazy talk. I've got the steering sensitivity, like I said, turned so far down that it's my steering wheel itself is too slow. So if I'm going to use my steering wheel, I got to turn the sensitivity back up. See this? It's blowing us some hay. Blowing us some hay. And I figured we'd do hay first because we've never done sheep. So that's kind of cool. It'll be interesting to see how that works for like a whole season. We're not going to get away from our dairy cows. We'll never get away from that. And I do want to get those 1,800 chickens going. Woohoo! How cool is that? So, I got a question for you guys that you can answer as well when you're telling me about your farms and things like that. Do you guys miss there we go. Do you guys miss, I don't know why that keeps, because I got the button. The seasons the way it was in 19 where you just mowed the grass and it dried on its own? I sure as heck do. I miss the fact of being able to mow the lawn, or mow the field and just let it sit there, and you could come back and it was already in windrows, and then when it turned to hay, you could just bale it up like you would in real life. I miss that. I miss the bale rot. I miss the interactions that seasons had. Like, for example, in 19, when it got to be like January or February, you couldn't plow because it would say ground is frozen. So you couldn't play around like that. You had to get all your stuff done, and then in the wintertime, you weren't doing much. So you always had to set yourself up for doing something in the winter. Like, okay, we're going to do our factories, we're going to do that. That's why you always heard me in the beginning of 22. You're like, I got a plan for something to do in the winter. But definitely this doesn't have that, so you can do work all through the seasons. So it's pretty funny. Oh, and I did have a question. Somebody asked in the comments a few videos ago that why do harvesters, example, have windshield wipers and stuff on them if you can't harvest in the rain? And what a fantastic question that is, because technically you can. You can harvest in the rain. It's a pain in the butt because the machines don't like it. It will clog your harvesters up, but it also, you have to let the grain dry before you put it into the silo or it will rot. Okay? So but you technically can. There are videos floating around on YouTube where they're harvesting in a thunderstorm. So you technically can. But it's also mainly because if you get off the field and you're driving and it starts to rain, you need the windshield wipers to see. So, look at that. Perfect. Now we're going to go like this. And we're going to chuck ourselves around like this. And we're going to go like this. That's the nice thing about tedding is there's no right or wrong. You're just flipping the hay over, or the grass over. So as long as you cover all the green, that's all that matters. And then we're going to get this going here. Well, actually, you know what? Just want to get that single row out of the way. Then we'll come down and we'll do 2 rows. This is great. I'm loving this. I'm going to actually finish the video right quick here in a hurry. When we get down to the other end, see, now I can go like this. And I can go like this and get 2 rows in there, see? That's the advantage to the windrower. I can just grab 2 rows. And if we ever do silage bales with that mower, we're ready to go. We can just mow it and then silage bale it up. It's great. All right. I am going to finish this right here, or real close. I'm going to go over and clean this corner up over here. You'd actually, the precision farming coming out is pretty cool, but I do miss what was the name of that one that came out in 19 where you had to TED twice? Because that's realistic. That's super realistic, because in real life, what you would do is you would come through and you'd TED it. We call it flipping it, because all this does is basically chops or throws it up in the air and flips it over. So you'd come and you'd mow first, and then in a couple of hours you'd ted it. A day would go by or a day and a half would go by, and you'd come by and you'd flip it again. And then another day or so, providing you had a week straight of nice weather, then you'd come and flip it. Then you'd windrow it. Done. All right, everyone, there's our half hour. Oh, my gosh, episode 2 over already. It's great, but we did get a lot done. We finished mowing, and we went down and bought a tedder, and we got half the field, and it'll only take us a few minutes to finish tedding. And then we're ready to go. And on that note, everyone, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. And be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And on that note, ready? A little bit of fun. Let me know in the comments what you're doing, what you miss about Seasons of 19. Odds and ends. I'd just like to hear from you guys. And on that note, Fury Machine will catch all of you, well, tomorrow. I got one more video tomorrow, and then I got my weekend off. Yay! Thank you all. Enjoy your night, day, and weekend.